What's up everybody, DZ for you today with another 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross video. Today's topic, a rather detailed guide on the Grey Demon. And yeah, I'm gonna go specifically on the Hell thing. And first of all, I'm gonna discuss and argue if you should go for Hell or Extreme. Because let's take a first look at the loot that you get. First of all, you get the Grey Demon Wings for guaranteed, and either those chalices. You don't need those. You can farm these things anywhere else. So this is such a wasted slot in my opinion, but keep in mind, this dude on Extreme, it's like a piece of cake. You can solo him by himself, so it's no problem at all. And you have a 10% chance of getting a gold chest. The gold chest can contain those 4-star awakening stones or this 5-star awakening stones, basically one, or this material. So chances are low getting this material. It's like a chance 1 of 5 slots and 1 of 5, and yeah, it's basically 2% chance to get this. So if you wanna specifically farm this materials, I don't recommend you to go on Extreme. But if you're gonna casual clear it really fast, go on Extreme, because Extreme and Hell are 2 complete different bosses basically. So if you can do Extreme, it's fine. It's not necessary to go on Hell, because Hell is a complete different ballpark, and yeah, that's even with the drops. So we get guaranteed 2 Grey Demon Wings, and that's absolutely the same. But here we get a guaranteed crafting material for the costume, and yeah, we get 8% chance for a gold chest. Yeah, that's 2% lower, because the other Extreme gold chest has a 10% chance to drop, but we only get 2% that this thing is in there. So basically chances of getting this specific material is 4 times higher, and you get guaranteed 1. So keep that in mind. And you can get those awakening stones with an even higher chance, like getting these stones out is like 6%, and 6% of getting like 120k or 110, because when you sell it at the guild shop, for example, you get 20% on top of this, and yeah, that's basically like 115k. And yeah, you just can drop 2 stacks of wings, and here you can drop a lot of useless stuff, like you can drop a single thing or 2 things, and you can go with a silver chest and you can get like 30k or 60k, or you can get this trash and you get this trash. Yeah, so but you can farm Extreme really easy and real quick. So you just can throw your basic team like Green King, Gil, Merlin, here we go, and yeah, you can do it real quick. But now let's go on Hell. Let's discuss the Hell thing. On Hell, this dude swaps like his battle stats every 3 turns, and on this phase he does not. He only goes down when you kill his shield. So when his shield is down, he goes down, but otherwise it's not like here. That's different to this dude. Oh no, it's actually not. I didn't realize it, but all the other things are the same. But you can only use HP attribute heroes in Hell. So this is basically nice, because HP attributes gets a buff against the speed dude, but his stats are really heavy. Like, take a look at this one, like 500k and 10k defense, 18k attack, and 722k HP, 14k defense and 21k attack. So this is a rather big increase in stats, like compared to this dude. This dude just get like the half of the stats, basically. The other dude got like basically the double of the defense, so this dude is way more tanky, like by a long shot. So taking him down is really hard, trust me. I struggle the most of killing this dude, and yeah. But keep in mind, important things for this dude. Fairies go with 30% extra damage and giants receive 30% extra damage, so don't throw giants in it. Chances are high they will die real quick, and you can go with increase shatter damage skills. So if you have in the best case a fairy that does shatter damage, you're good. But for the team composition I will do it in the next step. First of all, we just talk about the buffs and debuffs of the actual Great Demon. So, increased regeneration rate by 1% when attacked. So, in each turn, when you go full attack, you have like 6 attacks. But you have your buffs and shields, whatever, that doesn't count as an attack. So don't attack him that much with weak attacks, because you will regret it when he starts healing like over the top. But when you're at a certain point, you can stack all your heavy hitting attacks. You have no gopher in this run. Keep that in mind, because on Hell you can't bring only green characters and gopher is red. So yeah. Next thing, he is basically immune to depleting ult gauge orbs, so you can't hit him with Merlin. Of course you can, sure, but the ult gauge orbs will not decrease. And he's immune to all debuffs, so don't try to ignite him or whatever. Yeah, this dude is like really hard. And yeah, on the first phase he switches out like flying and standing. And attack wise, yeah, he just attack, and I think I don't have to explain this one very much, because it's all the same like all the other Grey Demons. And this too, but yeah. So in the next phase, just the swap thing throws out of this of his skill set, so he's permanently flying, except for, yeah, you shot him down, like he gets this shield bar thing. When you shut him down, he just get down for a turn and is stunned basically. But he is immune to all debuffs still in this phase. So that's it for the drops, and that's it for the overview. So let's jump right in. I have 14 minutes left, and now we're gonna talk about the team compositions. Who are the best characters? So chances are, when you're fighting this Hell dude, yeah, chances are you're not that new to the game, because it's really hard to kill even the extreme dude. And yeah, don't even try to hit Hell when your box combat class is not at least like 1.5 or 2 million. And keep in mind, your team combat class have to be just like 150k, not even I am there, just because this 4th slot is so weak. And yeah, for me, I got King. He got like really low attack, as you can see, obviously, but he has crit damage like a truck, like there's no tomorrow. I will show you real quick his stats. Wait a minute, I will show them just here. And as you can see, he has like 286 damage or 282 damage, something like this. And yeah, his crit damage is like through the roof. And yeah, we all know Green King is just designed to hit the Grey Demon like a truck. And yeah, his ultimate does also the bonus damage because it's Shatter, and Shatter gets 50% buffed. So when you're increasing his ultimate, wait a minute, I should really do it because I have like 3 green coins, king coins laying left and right. I really should put them into him so his ultimate just hits harder. And yeah, green Merlin is just basically a wasted slot, I would say. I would say we need to build up like Zaneri, or how her name is. Yeah, is this Zaneri or... I really don't get her name, but the green sister thing. So yeah, but for this run I will just set this team, and other possible team compositions I will talk in the next step of the guide. So you can just skip to this, or you're just watching me trying to kill this demon thing. So this is Howlex, isn't it? No, it's a Grey Demon. So let's try it. Let's try the double drop on the Grey Demon, and I get Ruin in the 4th slot because he's green, we can use him. And deathmatch thing is reduced. Wait a minute, I will swap out her for Valenti. Yes, I will go with Valenti because Valenti will decrease the damage we take. It's really hard to get your combat class right. Yeah, so as you can see, you need so much combat class. I will cut these things out until they are in it, so I will be right back. So here are we back. Here back we are. Excuse me, but yeah, a guildie joined, and let's check out his team. So I guess this is very viable as well, because I am in a very, very high ranked guild, like we are top 10 or something. And yeah, so I got Ruin, he got Ruin, so we both are really safe, and he got this thing, and yeah, his plans are basically shut this dude down with Escanore. And my plans are buffing us and going with Valenti. Ah, he's already ready, so this is fine. And here we go. Here we go. Let's see if we can finish him. This team is actually very interesting. Like all of my guildies teams are interesting. In yesterday's stream, guildie bring a really interesting team on the red demon, like with Marmice. Actually really spicy. So let's get everybody above. Let's go with this, this, because why not? Oh, I can't go. Yeah, I already have to. Let's go with this. No debuffs possible. And the good or bad thing is this is nice. When King don't crit, he just evades. And let me take a look at him. His stack is only 1, so yeah, this is nice. Now Escanore attacks and Ignite will not apply. Then he attacks and then he attacks, and she gets her thing. So 2 times no crit, which is really bad. Come on. No crit, no crit, no crit. Can you please switch and go down, please? He deleted the Gil ult. You have to be kidding me. I can't believe it. So 24 or nothing. And now he's at the bottom. So can I do this? Yes. Oh, no debuffs possible, of course. I'm so sorry. No recovery possible, but Gil also hits like really nice, like 100k. And Gil has only R gear. King has full R gear, Gil has full R gear, she has full R gear, and Rune on the side has just 0-star SSR gear. So I'm really running on the budget here. And just don't attack and just, yeah, I guess this is the trick. Don't use your cards, move your cards. Fuse them and rush your ultimates real quick. Oh boy, when this dude ults me, I am wrecked. Guess this is what is happening now. He attacks Rune, but he survives. His Rune is like really tanky, but now he's really gone. I'm so sorry, I feel like I'm really useless in this fight. Like, no shit. I can't even fuse any cards here. This is such a bullshit. That's a huge difference between 900 and 28k. So you see, pure crit damage king does a lot of damage, but only if he hits the crit. So now I can do this, and I guess I can do this, and I can do this. Here we go. He snipes down this flying dude. Now he's on the floor. And Liz removes his buff, which is really nice. Like 24k. Oh, you're attack buffed. By me. And you still can't get debuffed, but I need to get Valenti's ult. So I will do this, go with this, and Valenti will get her ult. And now Gil again with his ultimate. 78, yeah, this phase has way more damage than the other. And is way more tanky, so his Escanore is back again with the ult. And I think Valenti is a good unit. She really stops us. He really stops the dude from killing me too fast. And now I do this to get my ult up. As you can see, the Grey Demon on Hell is not that piece of cake like the extreme one. The extreme one we already would have finished twice in the time. So 57k with a rank 2 card, it's actually okay in my opinion. So we go with this and then merge our cards again. Go with this and then merge our cards. And Escanore, yeah, that should be enough in my opinion. Here we go, 71k, it's actually nice. Now King. Do I have a tech buff? I don't know, but 100k once again. This Allioni does so much damage. I think because his first skill is actual Shatter. That's the reason. That's the 50% increase, and yeah, as you can see, this healing rate is so huge, so annoying, and yes, I got the attack skill. But maybe now the Escanore ult can be enough. So now I buff you all. And then I fuse the King card. And then I use the King card. But you can only attack with Allioni when the boss is on the floor, cause his attack is a floor attack. Yeah, I hope you learned something from my guildmate, because he performed way better than I do. But at least I got a bunch of Grey Demon wings, so that's like 1, 2, 3, 4 times 2, that's 8, basically 8 demon wings on top with 1 food, which is nice. And yeah, I get my guaranteed thing. And the ideal scenario is you have your 4th character obviously on level 80, and that this is one of this lolly banner things. I think, yeah, Zaneri, the unit I already show you, because then your drop will be doubled with this costume material upgrade thing. Now let's talk about good units for this raid. So first unit is the Green King. That is actually good for this Grey Hell Demon raid. And now after the battle I upgrade his ultimate to 4 out of 6. At the battle itself it was 1 out of 6. Like when you go back you can check it out. This was not orange, it was like a little tiny green thing. And yeah, why he's good? It's basically his whole kit. It's like spike damage, double crit damage, and yeah, when he crits, like he hits like a truck. And as I promised you, I have basically just crit damage on him. So as you can see, you can re-roll it for gold, so it's really cheap. And I think I have to do this again. And I think my king performs okay-ish. Of course there is like possibilities to get even higher. Yeah, 286, that's his crit damage. So the next unit, as you already saw in the fight of the part of my guildies team, Escanore. He has a range attack with the Cruel Sun, so this is nice, and also removes his buff. if you want to, if you have a character that does rapture damage like Gil or Valenti, you can let this skill in your hand, and if you want to strip his buff, yeah, you can go ahead. And he does a lot of damage because he's Escanore, and with this skill he can rush his own ult really quick. And yeah, we all have like UR gear for Escanore because he's such a high priority, because such high base stats. As you can see, this is my good old Escanore, and he cleanses himself and his ult does a lot, like a lot of damage. And yeah, you saw the performance of Escanore on my friends Gildy's team, the next unit that are good. So you can bring her in the 4th slot basically, or you bring her for the cleanse and heal, because this is the actual same heal as the Blue King, and Blue King heal and cleanse is really good. When she cleanses ally, she will get an additional ult cage orb, and yeah, her ult is not that necessary, as you already saw, because yeah, a shield is nice and HP related stats are nice, but you're not in the trouble of dying really soon in this raid when you're tanky. So she's an option, but just for the costumes, because yeah, in the Grey Demon you will get an additional costume thing, upgrade stuff, material, you know what I mean. So now let's talk about Allioni. Why he? Because he increases HP attributed attack related stats by 10%, which is nice. So 10% more attack, crit damage, crit chance and pierce. Yeah, your whole team does more damage. And oh, this is a range attack. This is a range attack. Sorry, my fault. You can attack the demon at any given time, and shadow damage does like 50% more damage. So that's the reason he does like an insane amount of damage. So maybe I should throw a little gear on Allioni and bring him as well. Yeah, and his ultimate does cancelled stances, but this doesn't matter whatsoever. But this 1050 attack scaling is really nice, and yeah, the most part is this. When your team is not that safe, that you can bring the Lolly and the 4th slot. So yeah, Ruin has like cancel buffs and stances, so he cleanses the Grey Demon and stuns for 1 turn, but stun is a debuff, and yeah, the enemy can't get debuffed. And I think in the fight he does get not stunned. And this card is basically useless because you do nothing but decrease enemy's attack, and you can't do it. So yeah, and his first attack is removing buffs, which is actually nice. So you can remove the buff, but it's an melee attack, as you saw. So you have to wait until the Grey Demon is on the floor. So next unit that is viable, Merlin. Yes, I told you she is like not that great, just because the depleting old cage orb doesn't work, but this does like a lot of damage, like 450 damage. So 120, 300, which is an insane jump, like more than doubled, and then like going on top on 450 damage. So I would recommend you to go as many skill 2 as possible, and yeah, hopefully you build her up that you can ult with her, but you can't apply a debuff on the Grey Demon. And which is nice, you get an additional ult cage orb in the beginning of the battle, so that actually helps the Green King because of his passive. His passive increases his crit chance by 10% per each ult gauge orb, and when it's filled it's an additional 50%, so 100% buff. But that's off topic. Perfect cube. Perfect cube just makes your run more safety, because a shield. Basically that. It's just a shield, damage, and utility. So, but Green Merlin is like a great unit at any point in the game. Valenti. What is so special on Valenti? I just get really shitty gear. As you can see, it's Pierce. Like, what the frick? And you saw her damage, even with this Pierce thing, which is completely useless. Like, 100% useless. But I don't want to throw this away, because I think giving this to Hauser or Melly, or I don't know. I just think I let this. But yeah, Valenti is a unit, you need her on resistance. And yeah, because of her passive, the amount of resistance she has, she will decrease the enemy's pierce rate. So you go down with the enemy's damage by a lot, like you decreasing his pierce rate by 85%, which is really huge when you think about it. So yeah, going her with resistance, but she's a kinda rare unit, only if in the original characters things, so chances are you're not having her. But if you have, she's a great unit. And I forget to say it, forget about her attacks, because you can't debuff the enemy, so this is trash and this is basically trash, and she doesn't do that much damage, but her ultimate is rapture damage and it's single target, and yeah, extra damage against buffed enemies, and the Grey Demon buffs himself. So if you have a strip, it's nice, but first attack with Valenti's ult and then strip the HP related stat buff, or I forget what it actually is. So what units are left? I think it's the green Liz, this one. Yes, because removes buffs, like the same card as Ruin. Yes, but it's ranged. So this is nice, and as you saw, this is in heal and cleanse and heal, and also cleanse and heal. And what is really great, you have already 2 old gauge orbs in the beginning, and when there's a Merlin you have 3, and then you can just throw her 2 cards in and then you get her ultimate up, and with her ultimate your whole team gets like 2 old gauge orbs on top. Yeah, that's basically the usage of Liz. She's a healer, she sustains you and she cleanses you, and yeah, she gives your whole team like old gauge orbs. That's the reason you bring Liz. You can bring her because her passive, and she is also just a unit for the 4th slot when you die real quick. Yeah, just bring her and you have like 30% more HP, but don't bring her in the actual battle because her whole kit is like melee, so forget it. And this is range, but this is AoE and does no damage whatsoever, just removes buffs and stances, just remove stances, so not even a buff removal. 810, and this debuff doesn't apply. She's just bad just for the HP increase. You can bring Cain in the 4th slot and increase attack related stats in death matches. Yeah, so you can even go further on the phase. So in my opinion, a good team would be like you throw him in the 4th slot, but I haven't built him up, and you go with Allioni in the main team, so your whole team gets like 20% increased attack related stats. Then you throw your big boy Escanore in it, and you go with Liz. And you're perfectly set for this whole team. Or you even go with Green King instead of Escanore. Yeah, so you can swap out Green King or Escanore. Because 20% attack related stat increase is like really huge. Yeah, so I think that's it. You also can bring Green Jericho, but I don't recommend it to you because melee attack, so you just can attack on the bottom when the demon is down, and weak point, which will never apply in this fight because immune to all debuffs, so no debuff, no weak point. And her second skill is also just debuff and melee attack, so she's really trash. The only thing which is good, her ultimate. Like with the ultimate you can really snipe the demon, and increasing all her crit chances 10% per used card, so you really can snipe with the ultimate, but nothing else, really. So, and now I have spoken for 45 minutes consecutively without any pause in it. Oh yeah, I totally forget about the buffers. Helbram. Because the attack related stat buff. You all know it, it's the same thing as the current Easton. Yeah, the blue Easton that is out has actually the same thing. Attack related stats for 2 turns, 15%, 20% for 2 turns and 30% for 3 turns. This thing is trash because no damage, the enemy will always evade it even on rank 3. This card is not given, it's just basically not there, it's trash, and you can just buff your whole team and cancel buffs and stances. Yeah, this is nice, but 350. Chances are good that even the enemy evades this ultimate. Yeah. His passive is just trash because, yeah, he would survive with, what, 2k HP? You kidding me? So, that's it. No, not quite yet, not quite yet. Because the good old boy Gil, as you saw, his ultimate does a lot of damage, but the shock doesn't apply, which is really sad because in both stances you get like 100k attack and I only get like defensive supporter. I have Valenti and Ruin, so that my team is just surviving, not an offensive one. And he got like Argear, I didn't lie. So yeah, now you saw it. And he's obviously 6 out of 6. And he's there for the attack buff, as you already saw in the fight. His passive doesn't apply because we are not on PvP, but this is rapture damage. It's double damage against buffed enemies. When the dude is not buffed, he does like basically no damage. Go with all the units that I talk about and throw them in extreme demon when you struggle there, because everything that applies on Hell Demon applies even bigger on the extreme demon, because the extreme demon is so much more easy to kill. Yeah, I think I summoned everything. So yeah, I really hope you liked my really extensive guide and why and here and there, and thanks for watching. And if you wanna support me, just subscribe, leave a like, and yeah. So thanks for watching. Zeldris for President. See you in the next one. Skrr.